Alright, so today I'm going to try to get as much of the metal roof installed. It doesn't look too complicated, and after I probably do a few of the main panels, and I'll kind of get an idea for exactly how everything goes together. So this is kind of like, this is an example piece of how everything goes together, and you can see here, here's all my instructions for how to do this. What Eric showed me on this piece here is how to do this this kind of boxed in bend at the end using this thing here, and then how to do the bend on the bottom using this smaller tool here. So with this type of metal roof, there's no holes, there's no screws that go through the actual metal pieces themselves. So for example, how this is held down, this is I guess you'd say the very first piece, and that's how you'd screw it down to the end of the trailer. But every other piece after that, you have these little brackets here that fit over top of this lip, and then you have the bracket down, you screw it down. Then the next piece that has this bigger lip here fits over top of this lip. Then you use this fancy looking tool right here to crimp the end that's like over top of this one. And then that just makes a really, really tight seal, and you seal it all the way down. That way there's no screws that are actually going through like the actual visible part of the roof on these panels. There will obviously be some screws on the rake part and on the high eave that you'll be able to see, but you use a special roofing screw that has like a little washer on the end, so that when you screw down the high eave or the rake, then it seals up that hole there. So if we want to look at my instructions here, first thing to do, 0 is the fascia, then we do the drip, then we do the panels, then we do the rake, and then the high eave. So with building a house, there's an order of action. With doing a metal roof, there is the same thing as well. So you want to build it in the right order so that everything is going to be as watertight as possible. So the first thing that I've got to do now, so maybe we can put in 0.5 between fascia and drip, is I've got to put the underlayment down. So it came with like a synthetic material that'll be used for the underlayment, and I'll just be attaching that to the roof using these plastic cap nails that I used for the home wrap. So this is really highly annoying because the roof company did not include enough underlayment to cover the entire roof. So, well, I'm gonna have to take a picture, call them, and tell them to get some more roof underlayment over here, because I wanted to install this today, but that is so freaking annoying that I'm shorted almost 30 feet of the underlayment, because I need at least another 25-foot strip to go the length, and then this piece right here, I can just cut that down the middle just to get this little last strip on the top there. But man, oh man, that is so freaking annoying. So just to not make this day a complete waste, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the first strip, I'll get that one nailed into place, and if I get that first one nailed into place, then what I can actually do is get the drip edge on the front, and I can start boxing up the panels to get ready to be installed, but I can't actually do any installing until I have all the underlayment done. So I think maybe I'll just do that. At the end of all these panels, I have to basically kind of create almost like I have to like box out the panel, and then at the bottom you make a lip going down instead of on the top. It's going to be going up. I'm I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna do that. It's not that complicated or anything like that. Just gotta be careful when you're working with metal. You should be wearing gloves because this shit can obviously, you know, slice your skin. So different metal roofs go together differently. This is just kind of how this one goes together. So for this panel, I'm gonna box it up just about an inch or so. So I'm just gonna measure an inch on this, on the standing seam here, an inch down here, an inch on this one. Then I'm gonna take my cutters here and just trim down to the 1 inch mark, and then come across and cut almost like a 45-degree angle on this side here. Come on. Run that back into place. Do the same on the other side here. So now I'm gonna put my bender in here, and I'm gonna put it up to the 1 inch line. What I'm gonna do here on the corners is take some needle nose pliers and just kind of like, bending the metal out at the corner there, just a little bit. When you do that, it just helps the metal fold the proper way. And then from there, I'm gonna bend this up to a 90 degree. And then what I like to do is just kind of like tap up the end here so that it's like actually straight up and down. Then you can see these corners that are kind of sticking out here. You can just hammer these around just like that. And then I can just go back with my pliers here and just kind of squish these edges just together so it's a little bit cleaner and a little bit nicer. This is gonna be at the high end of the roof. There's gonna be a high eave that comes over it and comes to maybe about here for the protection. But what this lip does is, if there's any water that gets under that high eave, it's gonna be stopped by this lip right here. Normally I'd be doing this in the doorway, right over there, but I just thought for the lighting, it'd be easier to do it in here. All I'm gonna do is measure down about 3/4 of an inch. So we'll go 3/4. So all I have to do is make a cut in the corner here, up to the 3/4 inch mark. And then right to this one. And then what I can do is I can take my other bender and then put this in right up to the 3/4 inch mark. And then what I'm gonna do is just bend this straight down like that. So when the water flows down on the roof, it'll just flow down and nicely over this edge right here. So that's how you prepare the panels in order to be installed on the roof. Normally I just do it right here, but yeah, just for the better lighting, did it right there for you. I still have many more pieces to go to get them ready, but yeah, it kind of sucks that I can't actually install them today, but it is what it is. So I got all the roof pieces done. I also cut out the big window right here, and what I did, if you remember that there's like a really big wrinkle right here. So when I cut this window, I took out these nails right here. I pulled this up to tighten it up and to get rid of that wrinkle, and then nailed it back down.
and it looks a whole lot better. I'll probably do the same thing on this window right here and just pull it up just a little bit just to kind of get rid of this wrinkle going on right here. But I got all the roof pieces all set to go. They're all ready. So when I get the rest of the underlayment, then it'll be really quick to install. Should maybe only be, actually it might be a full day of work, but it's gonna go a whole lot quicker right now because all these pieces are done. Definitely wasn't a throwaway day or anything like that, so still got a good amount done. All right, catch you guys on the next vlog. Talk to you soon. Peace.